in a row. So that's
Nice. Sorry. Yep.
A round of applause.
I'm here. I'm here. Just had to reboot. Let me get back up.
Promise. So,
Or are we on the first page? How to get first page rankings on Google and rank for even the most competitive keywords. Is that correct?
Okay. Yeah, hit your second page. Let's see how long it takes.
I clicked it.
Yep, it
no,
went through.
you need to, that's it. Perfect. Agenda and promise.
Okay.
It is going back.
Good to go. All right, guys. You've all heard about the power of video and Hangout marketing, and that's why we're here. And we know because, Todd, your group knows how important it is, and it's a really good thing to do, isn't it? I mean, that's why we're all on this call, is because they've embraced, you are the video marketing king out there in this domain, and Hangouts is like the newest, greatest, latest thing that's been recognized slowly, but now it's come into its own and its own fruition, and it's really taking shape. So what I want to go through is 4 profitable case studies today that we're going to demonstrate, and I like to be proof-based, so we're going to go through proof. We're going to discover how to find the profits in your niche with money keywords, and we're going to make that distinction between money keywords and informational keywords. And there are going to be 5 unique ways to differentiate Hangout Millionaire in the marketplace and how to get your rankings to stick, which is really important, as they'll understand the importance of something that sticks very, very well, and we're going to show that the work that we did one time, we set it and forget it, and 5 months later, or 4 months later, it's still sticking today in first page rankings, and they've actually crept up under other keywords. We're going to show that, and we're going to show what to expect moving forward.
All right, that sounds good. Now, first of all, let me tell everybody what's going on, who you are, who Peter Drew is, who I am, in case they don't remember. Peter, are folks coming in now? Do you actually see some people coming in because of our technical difficulties earlier?
Yep, we've got a whole bunch of people on that.
Excellent.
Great. Welcome once again, and thank you for hanging in there. I really appreciate it. I know it's been frustrating trying to get through it first, and then when you did get through, you waited, of course, for us to work it out on this side. Now, we do have I see how many viewers we have, and I'm really touched that you hung in there with us. We have Peter Drew on with us. Peter is the brains behind this whole operation. No offense, Mitch. Mitch is his partner, and he is a little better than the two of us at explaining exactly what it's all about. We all know that videos are very important. You know, as Mitch said, that I'm the video guy. He gave you a little bit of an introduction about what we'll be talking about tonight. But I guess what's so curious to me and what's so important to me is that Peter has developed a system to actually take little videos, not big, but little Google Hangout videos that are really tiny and easy to put together, and he's managed to automate the process. Now, a few of you were on a webinar earlier about 2 months ago with me and Holly Starks-Cooper. It was a little less than 2 months, and she was able to lay out quite a plan. I mean, a really detailed plan on how to dominate page 1 and beyond on Google. And since that time, I've been looking and waiting to see if there's anything more automated or simpler to use, or that will work in concert with what she actually came out with. And sure enough, Peter has been whispering in my ear for the last few weeks saying, you won't believe some of the results that my students are getting. So today what I did is I actually jumped back into his group on Facebook, and inside that group, I was just amazed at what some of the newcomers were saying. Not the people that have been doing this for a while, or not Holly's people that really know what they're doing, but people that never did this before were actually coming in and not only dominating page 1, but dominating 2 pages of Google right in front of my eyes with these tiny little videos. Now, it was almost too good to be true because this was a pretty tough keyword in a very tough market. And I don't know if you got my email on that, but I actually brought you right to it in an example to show you. One of my questions later on is, how could Google put up with this kind of domination from us? But for the time being, I guess we have the reins here, and if you want to take those reins and learn how to basically dominate Google yourself with these tiny little videos, tonight is your night, because that's what Peter and Mitch are going to tell us about. Now, I did do one thing in the email, and this is only good for people that stuck out with us live. And what I did is I mentioned that I will be giving out an Amazon gift certificate, more than one, to those that stay on. In the middle of the webinar, I'm going to jump on and give a password. and you're going to need to know at the very end of the webinar, prior to midnight tonight, Eastern Time, you're going to have to tell me what that password was. And if there's no place at the end of the webinar for you to announce it to us, I'll have you email it to me. And my email is squeezevideos@gmail.com, but I may change that up. I may give you a different place to email it to me later in the webinar now that I think about it, because that way I'll make sure that you stay on till the end. So in the middle of the webinar, I'm going to give a password. At the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you an email address to tell me what that password was. Now, without further ado, Peter Drew, the brains of the operation, and Mitch Carson, his partner, who's going to tell us all about Hangout Millionaire. Guys?
Great. Well, I just want to go through, like, what WIIFM. I'm an ex-radio guy, and you're always looking at call letters. So in this particular case, it's what's in it for me, and how to get first-page Google rankings, how to get first-page YouTube rankings, and how do you save profits? We're going to show people actually made lots of money with this, and they're on video. We're going to show that. 3 ways to profit without using a camera. No, for the camera shy, you don't need to use a camera and rank really, really well. And the ranking is extremely fast, faster than a speeding bullet. Think of Superman at your disposal. And our gift to you, is it okay if we give your list a gift just to start off? It's our way of saying thank you. And there's a book that was co-authored with Peter Drew called Clients Forever. It's tips, techniques, and strategies for growing any business, even in the toughest economies. For everybody that stays on till the end, they get to use, we're going to send them a copy of the book, and they'll get that in addition to the Amazon gift, which is what you so generously provided your people, Todd, which is nice. And so who is Peter Drew? Peter is my partner. He's been working full-time online for 15 years. The CEO of Brute Force SEO, was consistently the top 5 affiliate in Friend Finder, which sold just shy of $1 billion. He's generated over 8 figures online, owned many software development companies, known as the king of automated software solutions. We're going to prove that in a little bit. And he's been a respected SEO professional in our field for the last 7 years. I think it's going on 8 years. And his main SEO membership site is still going strong after 6 years. And this is what impressed me most before we decided to join forces. He's got an absolute squeaky clean reputation online. You can Google him, you can Yahoo him, you can Bing him, you can look through anywhere. You're not going to find anything negative, because his customer service through his support desk and his quality is unparalleled in the industry. And that's why I chose to get involved with him. And there he is with his 2 beautiful daughters. Now, a little bit about my background. I'm a published author with John Wiley & Sons. Had my first published book come out in 2009. I'm a former syndicated radio show host with CBS in LA. Spoken on direct marketing all over the world, well, in 11 countries in the world. And I've sold over 9 figures on television via infomercials, and I've been published in a few publications. But let's get on what's important about you. And the next is, I want to show just a little shot that I had in just a legitimizer. This is when I was on CNBC being interviewed, and over here at my radio show in Los Angeles some time ago. So the question I want you to ask yourself is, what is the value of owning the #1 position, #1 ranking in your marketplace? Just how valuable is that to you? I want you to ponder that decision, because we're going to show you numerous case studies in just a few moments of people who earned that spot and have stayed there, and then has been able. I just want to ask you this very important question. Are you ready for your life to change? Because several people were on the verge, and this is just no pipe dream, they were on the verge of having to change careers and go get a job, and were able to now support themselves and live the life of their dreams. The question is, can you do this? People are always bombarded. Todd, you know you have many, many products that come down the pike, and you say no more than you say yes, because they confuse people. And what I believe about Hangout Millionaire, which we're going to reveal to your group today, is, can you do this? And my answer is yes, you can. This is the final piece of the puzzle that they need to own the #1 spot in their marketplace. And how valuable is that, Todd?
Oh,
to be the toll booth operator.
That's just crucial.
Yeah, it's crucial to be that person, to be that man. Now, we've got a magazine here This shows Billionaire Mentor Magazine. This is the first issue that came out last year in July. Peter's going to be writing an article for this for next month's publication, and this is put out by a man named Alex Mendozian, who's a veteran online. I want to start with the hardest case study first. And Alex has spoken all over the world. He's super well known in the niche, and he came to me when I said, hey, I'm in beta, and I've got this great opportunity to show you something that I'm involved with, which is going to change your clients' lives. This will be unbelievable for you and for your clients. And he said, well, you've got to try and impress me first before I take this out. He's very protective of his tribe. So the first thing we did is we had this challenge is how to monetize Google Hangouts. And he came to me with this particular key phrase and said, okay, show me what you can do with it. I want to own that because I'm now the king of Google Hangouts, teaching people how to monetize it, how to make money with Google Hangouts, how to train and understand the technology, and this is what I want to own. Can you do this? So down here you're going to see in this one slide, can you see my cursor? Can everybody see that? Say yes?
No.
Okay, well, I've got my cursor going over the bottom image down here. It says 2 hours ago, uploaded by Peter Drew. You see the arrow pointing on the screen. Do you see the red arrow?
Sure do.
Yes.
Okay, that's pointing. Peter, you put this up, and within 2 hours, I got to repeat that, within 2 hours after uploading this, you were the number 3 position. You were able to rank Alex for how to monetize Google Hangouts. And what's so interesting about it is the first position was Alex's. That was put up on 1/20 of 14, so that was January 20th of this year. And then you put this up within 2 hours. This was done back in March, and it's still sticking today. And it's just unbelievable. I'm going to show the next slide here, how to profit from Google Hangouts, which has 2.2 million results that came to us, and you showed that you were able to upload an 11-minute Hangout, and within 3 hours and within 4 hours, you were able to leapfrog his particular ranking that he had on that on the search term, and you within 3 hours and 4 hours were able to overtake them. Is that impressive? Yes or yes? Impressive, Todd?
I think so.
Yeah,
That's why we're here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable what we've been able to achieve with this software. And, you know, some of the other elements that we're going to go through as to why the software works so well with some of the other techniques that are all white hat, be able to safely rank people.
Actually, if I can just, sorry, Mitch, if I can just cut in and say,
Sure.
So Mitch, sorry, Alex wasn't a client, but imagine having clients give you a task to go for, and you can show them results in only 2 hours. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, well, within 3 hours and 4 hours, you were able to rank positions 1 and 2. And that's when we took this screenshot, and it was an amazing result in a short period of time. Now, what were the steps? And this is a 3-step process, and I want everybody to pay attention to this because it's critical that you understand how easy this is. Steps 1 and 2 you do one time, and step 3 is when you want to bolster your rankings at your discretion, during your time frame when needed. So it's what's the important factor here? Selecting the right keywords. Everything that's foundational to all success online is going after the right keywords. And I want to make a dovetail with the 2 types of keyword phrases that people search for. Informational, which means you're broke and you don't make any money, or money keywords, and that's where you live the life of your dreams and are able to excel and profit and take care of your families. Selecting money keywords. And we're going to go through that in a little bit and explain the difference. Those that have commercial value are the ones you want to go after. People are paying to earn those spots, either organically, and we're here to help you organically, so it costs you a lot less. If it doesn't cost you anything, just the right tools and techniques and strategies that we're going to show you, and you can get there. Set up Web 2.0 properties. We're going to explain in detail what that is, and then the last step, which is what you would lather, rinse, and repeat at your discretion, is run Hangout Millionaire. So let's go through this. You know, want to write this down or digitally take notes, use the right keywords. I cannot emphasize this enough. Todd, would you care to comment, because I know that you're an expert online, and how important is this? I want to have you chime in, please.
Well, most folks know that I am. And this is the problem I mentioned earlier when I'm having feedback on myself. Most folks know that I am more the guy that knows how to put the videos together than put the keywords in and then rank. And I always lean on you guys. I seem to have a knack of finding the right people to help me do that. And whenever I do, I gravitate towards you guys. But there's one thing that I've always known from the start, and that is the right keywords are extremely important. The ones that you want, obviously, even if they're long, long keywords, long tail as they're called, or short, they have to be the ones that people are searching for and that you can compete in. So the right keywords becomes essential because you have to, of course, reach those two criteria in order to succeed, as people on this webinar probably know for the most part.
Yeah, it's really that important to do this because you chart your course correctly. Otherwise, you're just a rudderless boat going around and spending money and wasting time, and you're sending links to your site or you may be going after, but nobody's buying from you. And this is about making money. We're going to show the people that use correct keyword research, which we train you to do, and that's what makes a difference. So we also set up Web 2.0 properties. And here's an example of a Web 2.0 property landscape. So social media landscape. You're going to see sites like Wikia, Blogger, Dig, Flickr, Last.fm, CrowdStorm, PHP, BB, Forum, Skype, Bebo, LinkedIn, Plurk, Twitter, and the list goes on and on and on. I think there are more than 60 or 80 of these. And one of the best resources that we use and recommend with our clients and our users is OnlyWire, and that's onlywire.com. We don't have any affiliate relationship. You can look at it, and it is a game changer when you embrace the power of OnlyWire. And another one that we like is ifttt.com. If this, then that. And if you blend these into your marketing results, it's a game changer. Peter, when you incorporated this into the software solution, what did it do? It changed things. It added to the success of all the links that we went after. So, again, the exact steps used. Let's go through, Peter, your example of the private island here, the buy private island. I want to show this right here.
And previously on the using the Web 2 strategies, what that provides, back to the site you were promoting in the description of those videos, awesome 2-tier, 3-tier, and 4th-tier backlinks, and that's what gets your website that you're promoting in the description of the video ranking really, really well. So it's not just about ranking your videos, it's about ranking the website that you're promoting, which is awesome. Now, getting back to the can you turn your speakers down, Mitch? Getting back to the private island, a friend of mine a few years ago owned a private island, and out of the blue, he told me he was selling it, and he showed me the link to the description on realestate.com.au, and they created an awesome video. So I downloaded that and charged him quite a bit of money and just completely dominated all the search engines for video marketing. And what I did was get this video to rank in YouTube in the top on the first page for a lot of different terms. If you can bring up that slide.
You see it?
Now that video there that you see. So what that means is I created these videos, and between them, they've received over 30,000 views, and in the first 6 months of the promotion, that real estate agent got 200 leads for private island leads. So it was a phenomenal success.
Outstanding. Yeah, let me show the next one that you did, which was great. And this is down in 2008. And what you did was, we're going to show how you used all of these steps that you did manually back then, and then you created, since you're the king of automation, a system that made it easy to follow for the robot to take care of all the heavy lifting. And that's what makes it. You have gone through, and your techniques and strategies have still stuck years later. And that's the point I want to make. And all you've done now is create this incredible, robust system which takes all of your steps, and then a robot takes care of the rest. All white hat, all following a good strategic system using your Web 2.0, the Web 2.0 properties and your private video network, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Todd, have you used much of the IFTT or OnlyWire?
No, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah, I'm writing it all down on the side here.
Okay, now here's a big question that people ask. Do you need a video? And there's a headache associated with this, and this has been the #1 challenge. I mean, you're the video marketing king, Todd. I mean, a lot of people have this issue, and I know you've come up with software to help with some of this, and but it's a challenge for a lot of people to stand in front of a camera. Do they have to have makeup, the right lighting? No, I'm not handsome. I'm not pretty. My voice. The kids are around in the background. They're making all this. Well, Peter took this into account when he designed this very comprehensive, easy-to-follow system where you don't need a camera. And even for the people that are camera shy, that are unlike you, Todd, they can you make all the videos they want using the power of Instagram. Tell us a little bit about Instagram, Peter, beyond that it has a robust, and a deep library of images that can be used.
Well, the beauty is with using Hangouts, we are broadcasting live, so we're utilizing the power of Google Hangouts in the search engine. Though people don't like to sit in front of a webcam to utilize Google Hangouts, so we've provided 3 options. And the first option to create videos is Instagram. And so Instagram has got literally, I think, 20 billion images on that we have access to, just simply by entering a keyword. So if you were promoting Rolex watches, for example, you enter the keyword Rolex and choose how many images you'd like to download and convert into a slideshow video. And the software does that for you automatically.
That's incredible, and it creates a video,
Wow.
and that starts ranking right away. I mean, that's what we've done on numerous cases, and it helps rank your Facebook pages, your URL, your videos, all of it. And that's through the help of our little robot we see right here. That's our Hangout Millionaire. He's the robot that takes care of it all. He's actually androgynous. I can't assign a sex to him. He handles it for men, women, children, whoever want to rank. It works behind the scenes for you. We're going to see that demonstrated in just a little bit. And why is this so important to understand Hangouts? In 2006, Google married, he's the unprecedented king of the internet. Google married YouTube in 2006, and that's his queen. And what they did is 2 years ago, they gave birth to Hangouts. Now, I'm not, and because it's a blue crib that you're seeing here, I'm going to say it was a boy. So he's the crown prince. And the crown prince gets preferential treatment by King Google. And more importantly, the women rules the roost. YouTube, the queen, gives him all the love. The videos that she was once ranking for herself are second to Hangouts today. And this has been proven over and over and over again. If you create a video, you create a Hangout, it is absolutely going to outrank a video if you do the same kind of work. And we're going to show proof of that. Todd, have you seen that experience out there when they use Hangouts versus videos?
Yeah, I can't tell you how true I've found that to be. If you involve Google Plus in anything and Hangouts in anything, it has an immediate advantage. I've stumbled on this, I would say the hard way, but it was the easy way. And whenever I've done this, I've had amazing results.
Yeah, we're going to show some examples.
Everybody I know.
Yeah, we're going to show some examples in just a few minutes, but one of the things I want to talk about is there are a lot of people in your group, Todd. I'm going to make an assumption here, are business owners themselves. They may do some video marketing consulting for their clients, or they're small business owners who want to rank on a local and or global level. Some sell worldwide and some are in a local arena. Would that be a fair assumption?
Yes, but there's also a very large group of people that are at home, marketers at home, that just want to get ahead and don't want to deal with having to do a major video. They know they have to do videos, but don't want to do a major video. So that's why I think it's so funny that these Google Hangouts are almost like non-Hangouts, as you'll find out. And that is the keyword, or should I say my secret code, that I'm going to repeat at the very end of the webinar for the Amazon $25 gift certificate. I'm going to tell you where to send that secret code.
That's awesome. Yeah, but I mean, the beauty of your crowd is many of them don't want to create videos, and that's okay. We've answered that consideration. If that is a concern for people when they think about video, they don't have to cringe anymore. They don't have to worry about it. It's answered. It's solved. It's easy. Think of a big smile. It works. And the one thing I want to talk about, global versus local, in Hangout Millionaire, Peter designed a particular field where you can input the longitude and latitude of the business you want to rank for. Is that impressive? Does that sound good? If you want to rank for your business and you're able to, and it's able to zero in on the longitude and latitude of your business, Peter, comment on that for a second.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. So what I want to do next is we have an explanation for a man that I used that took me a week to get him ranked using a manual system. I follow Peter's system manually, and it took me a week to do it with 7 employees to work. And that's our next video with Darren Stevens, and he's on a national level. He's out of Melbourne, Australia. And Peter, I'm going to turn the screen over to you so you can play that for our group.
Hi, my name's Darren Stevens. I'm the best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secrets Revealed. And I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch promised me that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that, but I gave it a go. And he blew me away because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page and #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phrase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowriteabestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ring up. That had seen the ad on Google or seen the rankings on Google. It wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And, it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what had happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master at marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
That was a pretty nice testimonial from Darren. Now, I have to ask you, isn't that cool? I mean, are you ready to have something like this work for you in a similar fashion? And this was valuable proof. Now, let me show you some more proof of what happened. And here, people say, okay, I met another lady at a conference back in February, and what she does is she teaches people how to look great on camera. That was her keyword phrase she wanted to rank for. And she teaches Fortune 500 executives out of New York City how to handle cameras, because they're usually introverted people, but they sometimes have to do work in front of television to talk about the state of their business or the publicly traded company, and she trains them for a whopping figure of $60,000, 60 grand. So I'm showing you here on the left how to look great on camera. It is ranking still #1 and #2 on Google today. But what's even more amazing that we're seeing out there is many of these thumbnails are now full page views with a Hangout. This is an algorithm change that's come about recently, which I think we found that by accident, didn't we, Peter? I mean, you came in one day and said, "Oh, mate, you got to see this," and it's now ranking. If you're to punch in, after the webinar, look at how to look great on camera, you'll verify this. It takes up the whole page before it goes to the video that's beneath it. And you have to ask, what would someone click on? A video or a full-page Hangout that they're going to see right there? And on the right-hand side, she was ranking for how to look great on camera, ultimate consulting coach, how to overcome 4 ways to overcome stage fright, a myriad of keywords, because we did the work one time, we followed the step, ran Hangout Millionaire one time, and had tremendous results. And now we're going to talk about, we mentioned Alex, how many results he had for his competitive keyword phrase. That was a very veteran, savvy marketer who's got a huge following behind him. Then we mentioned Darren, who's pretty savvy at marketing as well, and who gave me the challenge to rank him. And now we're going to show a man named Zach Jacobs. Now, Zach has been in the business for about 2 years before he met Peter. And he was about ready to have to go back to getting a job because he wasn't making any money. He was selling leads, doing the best he could, but he wasn't getting enough leads, enough lead flow to sell to potential buyers. So then he found Hangout Millionaire, and let's play what happened with him, Peter, so that people can see Money Man Zach Jacobs, because that's what I call him, because this guy he uncovered gold and was able to mine it very effectively, very quickly. And let's hear what Zach has to say.
Hey, Zach Jacobs here. I just wanted to talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days, we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to be residual income because we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions in Google for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them. And this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it and buy it today.
And here's the good news. Can you imagine the impact this will have on your bottom line? I mean, if you knew the secrets that he knew and that he put into play, I mean, I would have to ask, is this clear and valuable proof? Zach, since the time that we shot, or he gave us this video testimonial, which we earned, he has gone on to making $30,000 to $40,000 a month selling leads, working less than 20 hours a week. He's got 3 computers running Hangout Millionaire around the clock, pushing out leads for him that he sells to his clients in Australia. He's an American living overseas, selling this in a foreign country and making an extremely good living. How would you like to be part of that? Now the question comes up. Yeah, go ahead, Todd.
I want to be part of that. I actually have a friend who has a business that he works with, and it's in the travel niche. And he's dying to get word out about this travel business without actually needing to go out and spend the money on advertising. When I say travel business, it's similar to Priceline.com. But again, they don't want to spend the bucks. And this is the perfect vehicle for that. So I see exactly what he's saying. That's good news for Money Man Zach Jacobs, but it applies to so many different things, as I could say.
Well, and I give him that title today. I mean, it's because he was in a very desperate spot at that point, and this came in right time, right place, solution. He couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Doesn't choose to live in the United States. He's overseas, has a foreign relationship, and is very, very happy living the life of flip-flops, shorts, and a T-shirt. And this is a guy that, used to be a dive master and thought, oh gosh, do I have to go back in the water and start teaching scuba again? He's a man in his 50s, didn't want to do that. So he's living the life because he implemented these strategies. He's extremely comfortable. So the question comes up, what about local? So, Peter, I want to allow you to play the next with this gal, Angela Langlotz. She had amazing results. She's a newbie. If we can play what happened to her, it would be outstanding. And Angela Langlotz was former attorney.
I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
Now, this is coming from a former lawyer that couldn't stand being a lawyer anymore, and she has found a way to escape that lifestyle. And now she is living in her place in Dallas, happy. Now she's selling on a local level leads. Zach was selling on a national basis in Australia. Angela's an American. She lives in Dallas, so she is selling leads to fence contractors. That's one of the multiple niches that she's in. Now, why do I want to focus on this? And this is my first example, main example that I can expose you to of money keywords. Money keywords are those that people are paying cash for. They're paying money to buy ads, pay-per-click. So you see the first three positions in the screen that says ad, ad, ad in yellow. Those are paid. And the
This
right
is really, really important, and I want to make sure that everybody watches this right now, because this whole idea of, dominating then selling is just crucial, whether you're using Hangout Millionaire or not. So keep watching this really closely.
Yeah, this is super important, and thanks for edifying that, Todd, because the next three positions are all done by Angela and Peter. And here's what's interesting. Them so well. She's the very first video that you see there with the hands above and the little house. And then Peter is position number 2, and she's position number 3. So she owns these, and he did this for her just to help bolster her as part of the beginning of the program, and when she was a beta tester. And I mean, think about this. They're paying for ads. These are buying keywords, fence contractors. People don't call and look up or input fence contractors when they're looking for information. They're looking to buy. Their fence got knocked down in a storm, tornado, or a dog or whomever, drunk driver ran it over. They need their fence fixed now, and that means money. Now equals money. Remember that. When people are looking for something now, that's money. And all these ads on the right equal money. They're paying for that. Over here where you see the yellow thumbnails, those are all free listings. Now, statistically, this is where we've done this with eye tracking studies and all the studies out there. People will click on an image over a text-based piece by over 60% of a margin of difference.
Right, and you can see that they're very short, too. They only ran 1 minute and 52 seconds at most there. So, again, I'm going to use that secret term that you're going to remember for tonight that I'm going to test you on at the end. The secret term is these, to me, are non-Hangout Hangouts, really little tiny videos. Non-Hangout Hangouts, really cool.
I like that, Todd. Mini videos, like you call them tiny videos, that bring in big bucks. Sometimes little hinges swing big doors, and in this case, it's the money door. And she's no longer practicing law. She is doing this full time because she found riches in her niches in Dallas in the local market area. I mean, and here's what, so Angela was a newbie. So this is a software that can apply to anybody that wants to make extra income, is a newbie into the internet marketing space, video marketing space, and she was a beta tester. She learned it, followed the step-by-step system that Peter laid out and designed in his comprehensive training, and we're able to do this. Now, the next person, I'm going to let her just explain it through her video because it is unbelievable. We're going to talk about it after. So, Peter, when you're ready, let's play Ellen Trokovic.
My name's Ellen Trokovic, and I'm the owner and manager of houseoftroy.com.au. My website specialises in selling bandage dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realised I really needed to get my website ranking higher in Google because it was completely unranked. I had heard of odesk.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of hangoutmillionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I run my own online website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 on Google, which was amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from, on average, about 5 a week to now 15 a week, and I have hangoutmillionaire.com to thank for it.
Now that's an incredible story. That Peter was able to meet this young gal, and she was met right place, right time in our beta group. And today, Peter, where is she living, and what's she doing? She was a legal secretary when you met her. Well, I might have a mute issue, but what happened today with Ellen?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Well, this is a phenomenal success story. About 2 months ago, she bought a one-way ticket back to Croatia, where she's from. Because she's now making so much money for a website. She's making between 4 and 7 sales a day from that website, which is funding her traveling. All she does is take a laptop, and she's running a business from all around Europe right now, to the point where she's doing another website called jetsettergals.com and jetsettergirls.com.au and releasing another label, and we'll be doing the same thing. So it's a really phenomenal success. She got one order from Google for 90 dresses for one of the biggest nightclubs here on the Gold Coast. So that was just awesome.
Hey, Peter, this success that these people are having, you've only been offering this for how long now?
I think we went live. I can't remember.
April.
November last year.
No, but we went live. Yeah, we just.
Oh, that was beta testing.
Yeah.
April this year. Sorry. Yeah, we're only just kind of getting into the marketplace to start telling people about it right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know of a webinar you did in April, but still, that's only, 4 months ago, not even?
Yeah, I mean, this is ground level for people to take advantage, to be the dominant player in their niche. I mean, and that's what we want to communicate is the value is, I mean, can you see how this software will shorten your path to success? I've never seen anything like it. And I've been playing in the direct marketing field for over 20 years, online for 11 years, and I've never seen anything like it. I mean, you had to go through this arduous process of backlinks, writing articles and all this, and this takes everything and puts it on hyperdrive. That's what I like so much about it. Now, this first screenshot that we see here, bandage dress, you'll see it's in yellow down here, houseoftroy.com.au. Let me take you to the next slide. Now, this is what's interesting. You see all these arrows? First one is House of Troy. Third, 1, 2, 3, 4, House of Troy. But this is what is a game changer, because she's not only ranking her URL, her website, in the first 4 positions of the organic search in Australia, she's got all the image searches, and then the last arrow down at the bottom is a video, and that's her as well. That's another video that she's ranking. She's got complete total domination out of 713,000 results with that key phrase. She's ranking for every position.
What's on the key phrase again? Just go over it exactly, the key phrase.
The main key phrases are bandage dress in google.com.au and bandage dresses in google.com.au, and about 20 others which I can't remember. A lot different variations of different things that girls search for bandage dresses, like azure, bamboo, yellow, all those sort of terms.
Yeah, I think
so what we're looking at on those results, Mitch, then, we're looking at her website, not just her video, but her website now ranking as a result of her video. Is that what we're seeing there?
Yeah, I mean, she's ranking for 3 different things on this page, and we're not even done yet. Wait till I show you the other slides. But this has 4 rankings of her website. The image search is now playing on the first page of Google for this, and a video, which was a hangout that we did for her. All of that is ranking on the first page. All of it. I mean, where is anybody going to click if they don't like the first one, they don't like the second one, they don't like the third one, they don't like the fourth one? They're going to click on the image. They're going to click on the video. They don't have a choice but to click on her, and that means money. That's total domination. You own every position.
Unfair. I mean, it almost seems unfair to the competition. I got to tell you.
It's a beatdown. I mean, it really is. It's a competitive obliteration, is the best way I can put it. Now let's talk about this. Here's another one out of 7.9 million searches. This is a worldwide search. This isn't even google.com.au. This is Google worldwide, and she's got the 3rd ranked position. And that is after a very short period of time. These other two that are above her have been around for years playing this game. So, I mean, it is huge, is it not, Peter? I mean, she's got houseoftroy.com, and I think since then she's crept up.
Absolutely. And what's important to understand is that we can start sending traffic to a website pretty much within hours or days at least. What we do, our strategy is to get traffic to the website from videos, and over time, as those links from those videos give more authority to your website starts coming up the ranks. So you're getting traffic from the videos and over time from your website, and then your website's competing with your own videos in Google, which is the perfect scenario.
That's awesome. And now I'm going to a little bit of a drum roll here, Todd, please, because this is my favorite slide of all, and this is what's separating. Thank you, buddy. Here's the biggie. I want to show this one because this is so exciting, because look at this. The first arrow, 2.7 million results. House of Troy is position 1, 2, and then we go to the video that shows down there. It's only 41 seconds, and it's got the name of Troy Land. It's just a fictitious name. It's made up. Then we go down to Troy again. That's position 3 and 4. Now look at the last arrow. Look at the last arrow, Facebook.com House of Troy. And this is because of the software and the utilization and implementation of the Web 2.0 properties. This is the game changer. It ranks your Twitter. It ranks your URL. It ranks your videos. It ranks your Hangouts. It ranks your Facebook. It ranks your Tumblr. It ranks your WordPress sites. It ranks your blogger sites. All of them get positively affected, and that's what I mean by complete and utter domination. Your competition has no chance. I mean, this is a complete Goliath versus an ant. David's not even in the picture. David isn't even around. This is Goliath versus an ant, and your competitors are ants compared to the girth, the strength of this system and what it does. I mean, this is my favorite slide. Do I get a drum roll again, or do we get a trombone? Something.
Here we go.
It's just amazing. Now I want to have the perfect build-up, Peter. Let's take a look inside the system, and let's reveal it to the folks, because I want to let them see the inner workings of the software so they get a glimpse about it. So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So okay. We're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so that's the software starting. There's no audio on this software, on this video. So you've got 3 options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you sourced. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left or right or delete the inappropriate ones. Click Next and then select your profile. That's the House of Troy profile. Select an MP3. Enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we're using there. Facebook link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select. In this example, we're creating 1 video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously sped up because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
This all just runs in the background, Pete. That's what I love about it. Is it's just set and forget. Absolutely, you set it up and just go and do something else.
Yep. So it's creating a hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we used, and it does it awesome. There's 3 different options which we'll get into later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There you go. Now the software is doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go in the private video network that will be listed in Google, that will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the Vantage dresses. There's my friend there. A little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tags, geolocation. There's a geolocation there.
Pete, it's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is the software working. This is not you sitting here doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The changing in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. Now it's going to. It's updating it created a blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update the blogger, that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, that will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr. And the Tumblr account gets all a different variation, a different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, and then more tiered links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
Well, let me clarify something you mentioned, Peter. There are 3 options. You can create your own Hangout on air, like your mini Hangouts or tiny Hangouts, as Todd referred to, or tiny videos. You can pull from a pre-done video that you've taught a lot of your students about this in your group, Todd, where they can create and talk and create the videos. They can use that, plug it into Hangout Millionaire, just the way that Peter described. Or third, they can do neither, or you don't have to do A or B, and C is use the power of Instagram, and the software will go out and select the right images to match your keywords. So there are 3 options for you that are easily implemented, and you can do a mix of these in your marketing, so it looks like you have different videos, different impressions, different Hangouts on different topics, all with your keyword phrases. So that is the recipe for complete and utter domination. And that's what you were able to demonstrate in that software demonstration, Peter. I know it went quickly, but it's very easy to use. People have had tremendous success. I mean, remember the newbies that did this? They had success. You can too. So the question I have to ask is, I'm sure you want to know what your next move is, and let's go through what the system offers. There's a Hangout training resource toolbox. This is our complete toolbox to make your Hangouts a success. This has a content repurposing resources guide. This has a value of $497. We will show you how to take your Hangouts and all the ways to distribute it very thoroughly and completely. And I want you to remember this. We guide you through every step. Peter has the most comprehensive, complete system out there. This is not some WSO where you get a PDF. You have a complete, deep library of step-by-step, easy-to-follow instructions in the system. You have transcriptions and you have PDFs for those that like to read and consume their information that way, others who want to watch how you go through the system step by step, and you're able to replicate the success of others before you. That's there. We guide you through every step. Let's see what else is going on. In our Hangout Millionaires private group, there's a private members-only Facebook group. Now, Todd, you've been able to glimpse at that. You've seen the interaction. It is daily. In many cases, it's hourly. I am answering questions. Peter's answering questions around the clock. We're in different continents.
Right.
And we're answering.
You're not exaggerating in any way, shape, or form. Inside that group, people post every hour or two, and I had to search all the way down. I mean, I found that post where she was dominating for, I guess it was Broward County. I forgot what it was. Was it painters, contractors? I think it was.
Was it Holly? HVAC.
Yeah. Okay, so she just dominated 2 pages with those little tiny videos, and in order for me to find her post, I had to scroll all the way down because so many posts had come in just in the half hour or hour since I had looked last. So it is very true. It is a very active and real Facebook group, and Peter's in there constantly answering questions.
Yeah, it's not this is an involved, caring, supportive group because people are serious about their marketing. We want people who are there to contribute and share because we don't have all the answers. We have many answers between the experience of Peter, myself, and other many experienced SEO professionals out there, video marketers, hangout marketers. They are there to support you and your success because we haven't even had to ask. People have come forward with testimonials all throughout on our Facebook wall. You'll see for yourself when you choose to move forward. You get to ask those
newcomers too. The people that are posting that I'm doing great or that I really love this are new people. They're not experienced marketers. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. An experienced marketer can do this, but you don't have to be an experienced marketer to get started with this.
Yep, and you get the post requests you're looking for. You get to cross-promote your business. People have helped and they've established joint ventures all via the Facebook group. And there's and you get to add. This is where we get to add to the content repurposing resources guide because we're updating it constantly. And this is exclusive to our members. They get to grow with the group because Peter wrote the system. He designed this ingenious system. And there are always updates. Google changes. I don't know how many updates we've had. And that's the other beauty why I like being involved with Peter versus, let's say, the WSOs that are out there. Todd, is he's had, I think, over 60 updates with his software. 60 updates. And if you don't have a software that's working for you, you might as well delete it. He is constantly involved, working in tandem. When Google makes a change, YouTube makes a change, he's there updating it. And sometimes minutes, sometimes hours, but it's almost it's seamless what happens because he's so involved. And I belong to over 60 Facebook groups. This is the one I spend 90% of my time on because people are active. Most of them lie dormant. So it's very active. And the other thing people get, if they choose to invest, is they get this is a bonus here, is Copy Sniper, which is a $1,000 program. They're in their launch phase right now, selling this for $1,000. They get this is only through your link, Todd. They get a copy of this for free for 30 days. If they choose to continue, and this writes all of your copy for you. You inject the keywords, and it spits out near perfect copy, which you can copy and paste.
I'm aware of that program, very much so, and it is basically, if you can imagine canning everything that I've done in my videos to be successful, that's what's in Copy Sniper, except it does it automatically. That's fantastic.
Okay, so you're familiar with it. Yep, that's great. And the other thing I'm going to add into the group is if anybody wants a professional interview, I'm a former syndicated radio show host with CBS. I'm happy to do that. Now, one thing that I think would be more appropriate, everybody that invests tonight with us, and the operative word is tonight, they will be able to do either a radio interview with me, or we can do a 7 to 10 minute hangout together, or a mini hangout. And it'll break the ice of you doing hangouts, and I will be able to interview you based on your abilities. And I was a professional interview expert for many years doing this, and there is a strategy and a technique. I mean, Todd, you know about this because you're an entertainment fellow as well, and that's a real value. And I'm going to do this for everybody in your group that chooses to invest tonight, and I'll do a hangout with them.
Fantastic.
Personally.
So again, folks, you can have your own product made, let's way. He's going to interview you about your business, and you will then be able to take that recording and turn that into an actual product and sell that product. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I'll do it. I mean, this is something. I mean, I'm sure you're not inexpensive. You're valuable. If someone had to do you would, I sign a large ticket to do that normally, and I'm going to do that for free. They also get a copy of the book, Clients Forever, which we'll email to everybody on the call at the conclusion. They'll be able to get that through you and your link. And let me go through what the whole system is in Hangout Millionaire. They get the Hangout Millionaire software. If you were to buy it on the site, it comes out to $2,364 a year. That we do have people signing up every day at $197 a month. You gain access to Peter's private video network. And I want to talk about this for a second, because this is an additional layer of links that is not available in the marketplace. You can't go to Fiverr for this. You can't go to any of the other cheapo sites with people in countries that are sending out bad signals to Google. This is on Peter's private video network. These are multiple sites, multiple domains that he set up with high page rank, high authority, where he hosts your video. So that creates another layer of tiered links pointing to your website, to your Facebook page, to your Hangouts, and it's all available to you, those that are part of our group. You get the Total Resource Toolbox, which has every resource that we recommend to have as an addition for the software. There is the press release sites. We're going to recommend your particular software, Todd, about how to create your own talking videos. Everything's available that we endorse, that we have vetted, is inside our Resource Toolbox. They get the Copy Sniper trial for a month for free. They get a recorded interview with me, and I charge $1,000 to do that, and I'm going to throw that in because we want to make sure that all your folks hit the ground running, and that's incredibly valuable. So what they need to do is click on todd.hangoutmillionaire.com and click on it now, because you're going to be the ones that get the first page rankings before your competition does. And here's the other option. You can pay $9.97 a year by clicking on this link right above, todd.hangoutmillionaire.com, or you can pay just $297 this evening, and it will bill you every 3 months. So the total value of the package is over $4,800, and we urge you to invest this evening, because the people that invest this evening get that bonus where I will do the first hangout with them. Is that great, or is that great? I mean, the beauty is, I'm so excited to be able to work with your guys, Todd. It's our first time to be able to work with them, and I want to see the case studies and the testimonials from your group, so you're able to add another feather in your cap of success from people using this, because there's no greater satisfaction for a teacher, for a mentor, to see his students achieve great levels of success and be able to make money. The key is to make money, and they will make money utilizing the software.
The
and one thing I want to comment,
price break, I mean, that's just fantastic that you did that for us. I know so many people came to me and asked, is this going to be one of those $1,000 things? And I said, yeah, it has to be, because look at all the automation it does. They twisted my arm, and indeed, here we are, $297 every 3 months. That's a way to be able to have an affordable way in on this program, and I really appreciate you guys doing that, because it really is going to open the doors to so many people that wouldn't be able to do this otherwise.
Yeah, that's great. And everybody that invested, right, either they spend $297 or $297 every 3 months tonight, or $997. I'm still going to honor my promise. You'll get the hangout done with me, and I want to see those people lining up to do that. And we'll send them out the book. Now I want to show a little more proof right here. This fellow, Ferdinand Mellinger, He embraced the software back in June, which isn't that long ago. This is June 5th. He was able to occupy all 10 spots because he read the PDFs, watched the videos, he was a good student, implemented, and he profited. And he made, privately he told this, over 150 grand putting on a seminar that he filled using Hangout Millionaire to get all the seats filled because he was able to do this, and he's in San Diego, California. Another, Stephanie Henby, within 2 hours checked her rankings, and she was number 1, second place, page 1 on Google. Second place isn't bad to be able to earn that spot in 2 hours. Is that incredible proof? I mean, I got to say, who's ready to get started? And look at Hangout Millionaire as a virtual assistant in a box. You've got a robot in a box that's doing all the heavy lifting for you. You find the right keywords. You embrace Web 2.0 properties that we walk you through step by step. Then you run Hangout Millionaire. You go back to eating popcorn or working on something else because it does all the work for you. That's what the robot's there for.
And just on that point, Mitch, people who order the software can go in and ask Stephen how he did that. That post is still live in our group. So and the main question is, how much money are you missing out on by not being involved? You can use this software and get clients straight away and show them how you can rank in hours. So it's not about how much money per...
It's the cost of inaction by not taking action. How much is that going to cost you?
Exactly.
It's the investment or the lack of investment in yourself. Cost of inaction, COI. That's what you're commenting about, right, Peter? I mean, they can make money very, very quickly. Cost of inaction is much greater than $297 or $997 a year. And I got to say, you got to get in on this. Be first. You are the ones that are going to benefit being here. Todd is an innovator. He's on the cutting edge. And he wouldn't have had us on this call if he didn't believe in this, if he didn't see the results, the proof that we had. We sent him the proof in advance. He's very protective of his people. And I'm saying that about you, Todd. You're an ethical guy that's very protective because you want to see the results, and you had to talk to some trusted people first to verify that our claims were, in fact, valid.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. I also know, of course, that I am all about video and how to succeed with video. And in this case, it's a way to succeed with little videos that you can make or you can automatically make, which is so funny that you guys tap in like that to be able to get those videos made automatically. It's just mind-boggling to me.
Well, you've taken away all the concerns. I mean, that's essentially what Peter's designed as a comprehensive, airtight system that's taken away all the concerns of not getting involved. I mean, what is the cost of inaction by not going and clicking on todd.hangoutmillionaire.com and do it now? Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait for 48 hours because out of sight, out of mind. Do it now. And to click on him, you can get in for as little as $297 or $997 per year, which saves you over $1,000 if you want to go to the site and do it the long way, the hard way. Do it the easy way. Click on that link and do it now so you can start making money tomorrow. Now let me show you another example. Keith Jr., who is another he invested in the software back in June. He used your suggestions or a blog site, and after less than 3 weeks of running Hangout Millionaire, I'm on page 1 and 2 for several product name long-tail keywords. Now, product name means money. Money. People are searching for products to buy. Buying keywords are what yield you profits. That's what you're after using this system, and that's what Keith embraced and brought him profits. We are all after profits to make money. So right here again, you can click on Todd's link, todd.hangoutmillionaire.com, and you too can profit. I want to show you more proof. Is that okay? So we've got Michael Murray. He's an active member on the site. He loves to profit, and he joined in June. He was able to rank quickly for 2 keywords, incredible and awesome, and he put in initially on the first day. Now he's ranking for a total of 34 keywords by combination using different cities around the country. And he did this and it took an average 6 hours for 20 word combinations.
Sorry, Mitch, if I can just cut in. Just like to give a shout out to John, Doreen, Bryn, George, Louis, who have just joined the Hang Up Millionaire family.
That's
Great to have you guys on board.
Welcome, and I look forward to doing your first hangout with you. Thank you for that, jumping in there, Peter. We love to have people that are ready and action takers. That brings me to my next slide, and one of the favorite books in my library that's constantly on the shelf behind me, because I attribute this to Profits. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He profiled at the turn of the century the common denominator, 16 elements of the millionaires at the turn of the century, which would be today's billionaires, and what they shared in common were a number of traits. And the one that I focus on, and this is applying to the group and the people that you mentioned, are the people that make quick and decisive action equals profits equals millions. Hangout Millionaire, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He profiled millionaires and they had that trait. So I have to ask, use your focus to make money tonight. Invest today, because don't be left behind. The bullet train is leaving. The train is leaving the station this evening. Jump aboard. All aboard. You're going to hear that sign, all aboard. Get on the train, your fast track to success. So right here, click on the link, todd.hangoutmillionaire.com, and I'm very excited to work with you guys. And all you got to do is take action. Do what Napoleon Hill talked about in Think and Grow Rich. Use your laser focus, make the right decision, because we showed you more than enough proof. Get off the fence, jump on board, all aboard. Don't be left behind. Click on this link right here, todd.hangoutmillionaire.com. We want to see you on the inside. You can engage with me directly on the Facebook fan page. You can also set up a time to do your hangout, your mini hangout, your tiny hangout, whatever way you want to do it. Or if you want to do a traditional radio interview, I can do that with you too. I think the value is to use me. Invest with me. We'll find the hidden gems in your message for your niche. I'll interview you. We don't have to see your face. You can see your product. If you're camera shy, no problem. But I would love to interview and get you on your fast track. That's what I'm throwing in for the group. All aboard. Don't be left behind. Invest today. Think and Grow Rich. The common trait of the millionaire is the one that takes action when he sees opportunity. The common guy looks and observes the bullet train leaving, or do you want to get on the bullet train with Todd, with Peter, and with me? We want to enjoy and toast you in your success by taking action tonight. And again, I want to see you on the inside. And if we have any questions, let's go ahead and answer those, Peter, because I want to make sure that they're on the train with me so I can interview them very, very soon.
Yeah, I had a question coming about local. And Hang Up Millionaire is brilliant for local, and I'll explain why. We make extensive use of geolocations. We make it very, very simple in the software, the geolocation data, so you can get your site and your videos to rank where it's important for your market to be. So it's very easy for people to get into local marketing and promote local businesses very, very easily.
And there's a common question of like, well, how easy is it to set up those Web 2.0 properties? We've thought of that solution also. Once you invest, and everybody is on the call at this point is going to invest because they want to be on the train with us, and we want to welcome them all aboard. We're going to toast together, is how do I set up these Web 2.0 properties? We go into detail, and that takes about a day to be done correctly, but you provide a solution inside the system where it can be done for you, DFY, done for you, inside the Hangout Millionaire system, where everything can be set up for you and you can start profiting immediately. That's one of the common questions we're asked, Peter. Is there something else in the box?
No, that's about it for now. So, Todd, thank you very much for having us. It's been
we can't dismiss yet. First of all, I want to tell you how excited I am that we have folks that have stayed on to discover this program. The automation that you showed tonight was just unbelievable. When we saw everything that was going on in the back end, And I couldn't believe that we were even able to see that, but it was just unbelievable. Talk about done for you. I promised folks that I'd give you an email address so that I would send you a $25 Amazon gift certificate to the first 10 people that get this right. Earlier in this broadcast, this hangout, I actually gave a secret code, a secret word, a phrase, so to speak. It was mentioned twice. And the new email address to write to me with that is toddwx@gmail.com. That's TODD Whiskey X-ray, toddwx@gmail.com. And just tell me what that secret phrase was, and tell me your PayPal, no, your email address that you want me to use for the Amazon gift certificate. And I will be happy to send that to the first 10 people that write me with that secret phrase right now. For the rest of you that are on, I can't stress this more. This is the time to take this deal. We are not sure how long we'll be able to hold it up. We are going to try to get a replay. We did have technical difficulties. We're not sure exactly how easy that's going to be. And we're really, really excited to have you aboard and have you aboard right now for that 297. What we might have to do is take out the 297 and go to the full price after tonight. So that's why I'm suggesting you move on this right now if you can. I'll try to get these guys to hold the 297 as long as we can possibly do so. Peter, is there any way to see if there's any questions in that chat group that you had connected onto this at all?
Not just now. I just had some questions coming in by Skype. But I'd like to give another shout out to Edward, Wendy, Mark, and Todd, John. There's new people who've just come on board. So big welcome to you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the Facebook group.
That's awesome. Well, welcome, and I'm looking forward to working with your group, Todd, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. Technology is sometimes challenging, but they were able to see the benefits of Hangout Millionaire, and the toughs stuck it out, and they're the ones that are going to benefit.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I said, try to get the replay link out, the Hangout link, and I will be sending that out in general to those that registered, and I'll try to get that out to my overall group as well for you, for those that came in late or missed any of the webinar because of earlier problems. So hang in there. We will try to get that to you as soon as we can. And as I said, I'll try to keep that 297 going as long as I possibly can for you before we take that down.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Todd, for having me.
You bet. Thank you, Mitch, and thank you, Peter, for putting together such a remarkable, done-for-you, automated, do everything, even make the video program. That was just totally mind-blowing.
That's a pleasure.
Thanks, Todd. That's brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, good night, everybody. We'll stay in touch on this.